Congratulations. God says a specific moment has been marked for your breakthrough, but if you delay even briefly, it will be given to someone else. Don't skip God. Listen closely. This is not a random message, and it's not just another passing word. If you scroll away or look away too soon, you could miss the exact moment God prepared just for you. I speak this with urgency because heaven has marked this second in time for your divine turnaround. If you hesitate, delay, or take this lightly, that appointed miracle may slip past you and be handed to another. I do not say this to scare you, but to wake you. If you truly believe this is for you, comment Amen right now. Let your faith be seen. Your breakthrough is not on the way. It's already been assigned. It's already wrapped with your name in heaven's hands. But here's what many do not realize. Divine moments are not casual, they are specific. God doesn't just move when you feel ready. He moves according to his timing, and his timing has never been wrong. That time has come. That moment has arrived. But if you let fear, doubt, or delay distract you, what could have been yours might pass on to someone else who is ready. This is a holy warning and a loving alert. Stay with me till the end, or you might miss the very shift that changes everything. God is speaking with power, with tenderness, and with fire. You've been praying for a sign, haven't you? You've been asking for confirmation. This is it. You've cried when no one saw. You've whispered prayers you never shared. You've fought silent battles and still stood. And now heaven has responded. This isn't just encouragement. This is divine instruction. There is a moment set apart in eternity that is now crossing into your reality. And that moment is not just near, it is now. But only obedience will secure it. Like the widow who baked the last cake for Elijah, like Peter who cast the net one more time, like Abraham who raised the knife in full surrender, it's not about comfort, it's about trust. The miracle required their action at the exact moment God moved. Not before, not after. The same is true for you. If you delay, you may lose what was meant to elevate you. You may watch someone else walk into what had your name written all over it, not because God is cruel, but because he is just. His ways are holy, his plans are exact. So many of you are right on the edge, right on the line between before and after. The ground beneath you is sacred. The atmosphere around you is shifting. Angels are moving and heaven is leaning in. But the next step belongs to you. If you skip over this, if you treat this moment like any other, you could miss everything. Let it be known to God and to your own soul. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. The tears you cried in secret, the nights you barely slept, the battles you fought without a witness, he saw it all. And now, because of that faith, that endurance, that persistence, God has appointed your breakthrough. But make no mistake, his instruction always comes with urgency. The children of Israel had to leave Egypt the moment the call came. Lot's wife looked back for a brief second and she lost everything. Saul hesitated and the kingdom was torn from him. When God moves, he expects movement from you too. Delay is not harmless. Delay is dangerous when God is calling. You might say, but God is merciful, and he is. But mercy doesn't cancel instruction. God told Noah to build the ark before the rain, not during. If Noah had delayed even a day, his entire family would have drowned. Do not test the timing of the Lord. If he is stirring you now, there is a reason. If he is urging you now, it is for something only he can see. But he is good. He is faithful. He is warning you not to miss it. You are chosen for this hour. You are favored, even though it hasn't always felt like it. You are covered, even when the enemy pressed hard. You are protected even when it looked like all was falling apart. God didn't bring you this far to abandon you, but he will require something of you, your faith, your surrender, your obedience. What you do now will echo into the next season of your life. If you obey, you will walk into rooms you didn't ask for. If you obey, doors will open that others tried to block. If you obey, the breakthrough will manifest so clearly it will silence every doubt you've ever carried. Heaven has scheduled something for you, and you're standing in the hour, not tomorrow, not a week from now, but this very moment. The breakthrough is already in motion, but it's waiting on your response. Don't ask God to repeat himself. He's already spoken. He's already confirmed. Now he's looking for your faith to match his voice. This is the hour where what you do next matters more than what you've done before. Your history does not define your access to this miracle. Your obedience does. Your past failures washed, your old delays forgiven. But now the Lord says, will you move when I say move? Will you trust me even when the steps don't make sense? The promised land is not behind you. It's ahead. And the only thing standing between you and it is your willingness to walk forward in faith. There are blessings prepared, promises positioned, and answers waiting. But it's now or never. Not because God is punishing you, but because you're standing in a window of favor, and windows don't stay open forever. I know your heart is tired. I know the waiting has worn you down, but trust this. God never wastes pain. He never delays out of cruelty. Every battle had a purpose. Every storm shaped your strength. And now, after all of that, your moment has arrived. Don't forfeit it. Don't let it slip away. Don't assume it will wait on you. It won't, because heaven's clock does not tick by earthly patience. It moves by divine order, and your divine hour is now. Could your brain be the reason you're still broke? Scientists just confirmed a 9-word sentence hidden deep in your subconscious may be blocking money from your life. But now you can reverse it. Say these 9 words, and wealth starts to follow you starting today. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You've cried for this. You've fasted for this. You've stood in faith even when nothing around you supported that faith. You are not here by accident. You are here by calling. You were meant to hear this. You were meant to receive this. And now the decision is yours. Stay alert. Stay surrendered. And whatever you do, don't skip God. Because if you delay, what was marked for you may pass to someone else. Not because he loves you less, but because he honors readiness. But even as you sense it, there's still that hesitation, that voice that says maybe later, maybe when I'm ready. Hear this clearly. If you wait for when you feel ready, you will miss what God already declared ready. He isn't waiting for you to be perfect. He's waiting for you to be present. If you truly trust, this is for you. Let this sink deep. God is not a God of confusion. He does not play with your emotions or tease your faith. When he says a moment is marked for you, he means it. That breakthrough isn't floating in some distant future. It's here. It's circling your life, waiting to land, but it cannot stay hovering forever. If you don't step out, if you don't receive it, he will assign it to someone who will. Not because you're rejected, but because the assignment has to move forward. God's plan is bigger than any single delay. But wouldn't it break your heart to see someone else walk into the blessing you've cried for simply because they moved while you paused? This is the hour to silence every lie the enemy has whispered. The lie that you're not enough. The lie that you've missed too many chances. The lie that God must have moved on from you. No, he hasn't. He's right here speaking directly to you, not just to inspire you, but to awaken you, to stir that buried faith, to remind you that you are still his, still chosen, still covered, still called. The storm you survived didn't take your promise. It just revealed how serious you were about holding on to it. There is a window of divine release that only opens at certain times. And when it does, you have to step in boldly. Heaven doesn't run on your calendar. It doesn't wait for your comfort. God's move is divine, not convenient. And when he moves, you must move. That's the secret. That's the key. Think about the man at the pool of Bethesda. The water would stir, the angel would pass, but only the one who stepped in first was healed. Some waited too long and missed it. Are you willing to sit and watch? Or will you step in while the water is stirring? Don't be the one who looks back later and says, "That was my moment, and I let it go." Don't let fear disguise itself as wisdom. There's a difference between waiting on God and ignoring his prompting. And right now he's not saying wait, he's saying move. The appointed time for your breakthrough is now, and while he is patient and loving, his timing is holy. He will not bend eternal plans for temporary hesitation. You must align yourself now, because delay, even by a few moments, can cost what years of faithfulness built. This is not the season to coast. This is not the time to settle. You are not here to survive. You are here to conquer. That breakthrough you've been praying for, it's not coming through your comfort. It's coming through your obedience, through your boldness, through your willingness to say, "Yes, Lord," even if I don't understand, even if I feel afraid, even if it costs me everything. That kind of faith moves mountains. That kind of surrender opens heaven. God has seen your quiet tears. He's heard every prayer. He's watched you choose him when it would have been easier to walk away. And because of that, he has assigned this moment to you, not just for blessing, but for alignment. He wants to set your life in divine order. He wants to break the cycles that have held you back for years. But he needs your yes. Not tomorrow, now. You don't need a full plan. You don't need all the answers. What you need is trust. The same trust Abraham had when God said, "Go to a land I will show you." The same trust Moses had when God said, "Stretch out your hand." The same trust Mary had when she said, "Let it be unto me according to your word." You carry the same spirit, the same calling, the same God, and he is telling you now, move. If you're waiting for someone to validate you, stop. God already did. If you're waiting for a perfect situation, you'll wait forever. Faith isn't built in clarity, it's built in surrender. You know what God has spoken to your heart. You've seen the signs, you've felt the pull. You don't need more confirmation. What you need is courage. The courage to obey even when it feels uncomfortable. The courage to step out even if it costs you everything familiar. Because what God has for you is far greater than anything you're leaving behind. So, what is it that God is asking of you right now? Is it to forgive someone who hurt you? Is it to start the thing he's been whispering about for months? Is it to leave behind what is safe so you can step into what is sacred? Whatever it is, do not delay, because the moment is marked and the time is short. Let the Spirit of God stir in you right now. Let it shake the fear. Let it break the hesitation. Let it flood your heart with fire and clarity. You have not missed it yet, but you could if you don't act. Let this be the moment that heaven sees your faith ignite. That your obedience shouts louder than your excuses. That your yes reaches the throne and unlocks what has been waiting behind spiritual doors for years. Why did 19,583 people suddenly become financially free last month? They all discovered a strange sentence. Just 9 words long, buried in neuroscience research and once hidden by the FBI. Now they're paying off debt, traveling the world and living in homes they never thought they could afford. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. Do not settle for almost. Do not live in what could have been. You've come too far for that. You've endured too much. God has not brought you through the wilderness to let you die at the edge of the promise. You are meant to enter in. You are meant to receive. You are meant to walk in it fully. And when you do, when you obey, when you refuse to delay, watch what God will do. Watch the floodgates open. Watch healing rise. Watch provision fall like rain. Watch peace take over your house. Watch doors you didn't even knock on swing wide open. That is what obedience unlocks. That is what readiness invites. You're not doing this alone. Heaven is backing you. Angels are protecting you. The Spirit is guiding you. The hand of God is steadying you. You are surrounded, favored, and covered, but the blessing requires your step. The miracle needs your motion. Heaven has moved. Now it's your turn. If you truly believe God is speaking to you, comment 333 to declare your faith right now. You are standing on holy ground, and your next decision will shape what unfolds. Do not give in to the lie that it's okay to wait longer. Do not let fear convince you to stand still. When God says move, it's because the miracle has already started moving toward you. This is not just about getting a blessing. This is about stepping into who you really are. This is about becoming the person God always knew you were. You've been refined by fire, tested by storms, shaped by trials, and now God says it's time. If you still feel like this is speaking directly into your spirit, then don't ignore it. Think about what would have happened if Esther had stayed silent, if she had hesitated in fear. If she had told God, now's not the time, an entire nation would have been lost. God would have raised someone else, and she would have missed the very thing she was born to do. That's what's at stake in your delay. Not just the loss of a good thing, but the loss of the very assignment you were created to fulfill. Do not be casual with this. Do not underestimate the weight of the moment. What you're facing now may feel overwhelming. The uncertainty, the cost, the silence of others who should have encouraged you, it all adds up. But God isn't asking you to carry it alone. He's not asking you to make it happen in your own strength. He is simply asking you to trust Him more than you trust your fear. He is asking you to choose obedience over comfort. That's it. When you do that, He does the rest. He makes the way. He opens the doors. He silences the giants. But He waits for your step. Every moment in the Bible where breakthrough came, it followed one thing: obedience. Not feelings, not logic, not comfort, just obedience. When Joshua walked around Jericho, it wasn't the sound of the trumpets or the shouting of the people that made the walls fall. It was the obedience. When the widow poured her last bit of oil, it wasn't because she knew how it would work. It was because she obeyed. That's the pattern. That's the way of the kingdom. Breakthrough follows obedience. And now God is calling you to do the same, to trust Him not in the future, but in the now, right now. Before you see it, before you understand it, before you feel ready, because He knows what's ahead. He knows what your yes will unlock. He sees the blessing you cannot see yet, and He is holding it in place, but only for a moment. That window is open now. It will not stay open forever. This is not a scare tactic. It's a divine reality. Appointed times are just that, appointed. They are not permanent. They are invitations, and you must choose to enter. Let this be the moment you look back on and say, that's when everything changed. Let this be the hour your faith spoke louder than your fear. Don't be the one who lets this pass by. Don't trade divine timing for temporary safety. You've done that before, haven't you? You've waited too long in the past. You've seen what hesitation can cost. Don't repeat that. You've learned from it. Now apply what you learned. Now act on it. The enemy wants you to sit back, to stay still, to wait until everything feels perfect. But God is calling you to move while it still looks impossible, because that's when His power shows up. That's when miracles happen. When Peter stepped out of the boat, the water didn't become solid first. He had to put his foot down in faith. And that's exactly what God is calling you to do now. To step even if the surface looks unstable, even if no one else is stepping with you. And as you step, you will begin to see what was invisible before. You will see favor surround you. You will see peace follow you. You will see strength rise inside of you. You will see provision in places you didn't expect, because when you align yourself with heaven's timing, all of heaven backs you up. You are not stepping into the unknown. You are stepping into the ordained. You are not average. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. You are marked by God. You are chosen by His hand. You are a carrier of His promise, and that promise is not on pause. It is waiting for your response. Do not let this moment fall into the hands of another. What is meant for you is still being held for you. But it won't wait forever. This moment is about more than you. It's about what God wants to do through you. It's about who He wants to reach through your story. Your breakthrough is not just a blessing, it's a key. It's meant to unlock someone else's hope, someone else's courage, someone else's future. That's why the enemy has fought you so hard. That's why the delay has been so painful, because what you're carrying is too important to be wasted. Could a 9-word ritual really be your key to financially freedom? What sounds like fiction is now being confirmed by science. Harvard researchers and FBI documents point to a hidden brain center that, when activated, draws in abundance naturally. This 9-word prayer has helped over 19,000 broke people attract wealth and live a life full of abundance. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. God is not calling you to strive. He's calling you to surrender. That's the difference. The enemy makes you feel like you have to earn everything. God says, just obey. That's the open door. That's the invitation. That's the only thing He's waiting for. Your yes. So stop waiting for everything to be perfect. It won't be. Stop waiting for a sign that's loud enough to drown your doubt. This is your sign. This is the moment. This is the hour. And it's here right now. Don't treat it like it's ordinary. Don't treat it like it can come back around whenever you want. It's sacred, it's rare, it's God-given, and it is yours. But only if you move. Only if you trust. Only if you say yes. You've prayed, you've waited, you've hoped. Now, it's time to act. Let this be the beginning of everything new. Let this be the moment heaven sees your obedience and responds. God's power is here. His presence is surrounding you. His angels are already making the way. All that's left is your step. Don't wait, don't doubt, don't delay, obey. Not randomly, not casually, but intentionally. And now it's here. This isn't about hype. This is about destiny. If you keep ignoring the call in your spirit, if you let this moment drift by, it won't just be a missed opportunity. It could shift the entire direction of your life. God is watching to see what you do now. This is your test of trust. Not because He doesn't know your heart, but because He wants to see it move into action. You've said you believe. You've prayed for breakthrough. But now the breakthrough is calling you, and it's your turn to respond. This isn't just about a promise being fulfilled. This is about a door that only opens through obedience. A door that's been shut for years is now cracking open, but it won't stay that way long. You've got to decide if you're going to step through or stay stuck. It's easier to stay in the familiar, to settle in the place where at least you know what to expect, even if it's less than what you deserve. But God isn't calling you to what's easy. He's calling you to what's divine. He's calling you to what's greater. And the risk of staying in comfort is far more dangerous than the risk of stepping into His plan. Don't forget what's at stake. You're not just delaying a dream, you're delaying healing, restoration, purpose, freedom. There are blessings that have been waiting on your readiness, and now they're positioned right in front of you. If you walk in faith, they will meet you. If you hesitate, they may pass to another. Not because God is angry, but because God is precise. He moves in appointed times, and this one has your name on it. Do not give it up. You've carried pain and fought battles no one fully understands, and yet you're still standing. That's not by your strength. That's the evidence of God's protection. You've been hit, but not destroyed. You've been rejected, but not erased. Why? Because God has preserved you for this very moment. This is why the enemy tried so hard to distract you, to drain you, to make you feel disqualified. But what the enemy didn't realize is that every time he hit you, he was only making you stronger for what's next. If you've ever needed a moment to choose faith, this is it. Not when things are clear, not when things are perfect, but right here in the middle of the uncertainty. Because faith that only moves when life is safe is not faith. Real faith steps forward when nothing makes sense except God's voice. And right now that voice is saying, move, obey, trust me. You will never be more ready than you are now. And even if you feel completely unprepared, it doesn't matter. Because God doesn't anoint the ready, He anoints the willing. All He's looking for is a heart that says, yes, even now, even in the middle of fear, even in the middle of doubt. If that's you, if you know you can't miss what God is offering in this hour, comment 777 to declare that you are stepping forward. I know what it feels like to wait so long for something to change that you begin to wonder if maybe God forgot. But He didn't. Every delay was part of your preparation. Every moment you felt hidden was God shielding you until the time was right. And now that it is, you cannot shrink back. This is not the time to hesitate. This is the time to move with holy confidence. God has already gone before you. He has already sent His angels ahead of you. The moment you say yes, heaven starts moving. People will show up you didn't expect. Opportunities will open you didn't ask for. The atmosphere will begin to shift. That's what happens when your obedience aligns with God's timing. That's what opens the floodgates of favor. But you must release what's behind you. You cannot move forward if you keep looking back. The past is over. The failures, the disappointments, the pain, it's all behind you now. You don't live there anymore. God is doing a new thing, but He will not force you to step into it. He'll invite you, call you, stir your heart, but He won't drag you. You must say yes. And when you do, things will begin to make sense. The confusion you've carried will begin to fade. The heaviness will lift because alignment with God brings peace that doesn't make sense to the world. It brings joy even in hard places. It brings confidence even when you still have questions. That's how you'll know you're walking in His will. Not because it's easy, but because you know He's walking with you. What do brain surgeons and billionaires know that you don't? This 9-word money code, once reserved for elites, is now being shared with everyday people, and the results are mind-boggling. Cash windfalls, cleared debt, and lifelong stress gone. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. This is not about being fearless. This is about being obedient in spite of fear. God never said you wouldn't feel afraid. He said, do not be afraid, for I am with you. The difference is not in the feeling, it's in the decision. Fear doesn't disqualify you. Deliberate disobedience does. So don't let fear be louder than your faith. Don't let fear rob you of what God said is yours. You've been asking God to speak. He's speaking now. You've been asking for a sign. This is your sign. You've been asking for a shift. This is your shift. Everything you've been crying for is standing in front of you right now, wrapped in a moment of obedience. Will you say yes? Will you take the step? You are loved. You are chosen. You are not forgotten. And you are not being overlooked. Heaven sees you. Heaven believes in you, and heaven is waiting for your yes. Don't let this pass by. Don't walk away. Don't look back and wonder what would have happened if you had believed a little sooner. Make this the moment you gave God your full yes. He's ready, are you? The enemy is hoping you'll stay distracted. He wants you to delay just long enough that this moment closes. But you won't let him win. You've come too far to stop now. Too much has been invested in you. The prayers, the tears, the battles, they were not for nothing. They were building your strength for this very hour. So, rise, step, move. Let today be the day you break the pattern. Let today be the day you stop repeating cycles of almost. Let today be the day you walk into what God always had prepared. It's not too late, but it is time. You are not disqualified, but you must decide. God is saying, this is your moment, but I won't force it on you. I've opened the door. Now I need you to walk through it. This moment will not last forever. If you've ever wondered what it looks like when heaven gives you a chance, this is it. There is a cost to ignoring God's timing, a spiritual cost, a loss that might not be felt immediately, but it will be felt eventually. Delay doesn't always show its damage overnight. Sometimes it shows up in the heaviness that lingers, the discouragement that doesn't lift, the missed opportunities you couldn't see until later. This is why God is being so clear, so direct. He's not speaking to scare you, he's speaking to save you. Because what he's planned for you cannot be birthed in indecision. When Jesus called his disciples, he didn't give them a long list of details. He simply said, "Follow me," and they dropped their nets immediately. That's what obedience looks like. No more stalling, no more excuses, just movement, just faith. That kind of faith releases power. That kind of response catches heaven's attention. You want to see the supernatural? You want to experience the miraculous? Then do what God says when he says it. That's when the breakthrough comes. That's when chains fall off. That's when things finally begin to make sense. You weren't created to stay stuck in cycles of almost. You weren't created to live with the pain of what could have been. But that's exactly what happens when you ignore these holy moments. You look back months or years later and realize it was all there, but you didn't move. God does not want that to be your story. He's giving you another chance right now, another call, another invitation. Please, don't let this one pass. If you feel this is speaking directly to you, comment 1010 as your act of faith right now. Think of the parable of the 10 virgins. They all had lamps. They all had access to oil, but only 5 were ready when the bridegroom came. The others missed it, not because they didn't want to go, but because they weren't prepared. They assumed there would be more time. They assumed they could wait a little longer, and they were wrong. That is what delay does. It convinces you that there's more time, when in fact the time is now. You've prayed for this. You've asked God for breakthrough, for purpose, for direction, and he's answering. But it's not coming in the way you expected. It's coming as a call to move. That's the part we don't always want to hear. We want the promise without the push. We want the blessing without the burden of responsibility. But that's not how it works. With every blessing comes a decision. And right now your decision is simple. Will you obey or will you delay? There's someone else who's been watching you. They don't know your full story, but they've seen your strength, they've seen your fight, and your obedience could be the very thing that leads them to their own. That's how big this is. It's not just about you, it's about everyone connected to your yes. Everyone who will find courage because you chose to walk in faith. That's the kind of influence you carry. That's the kind of power your obedience holds. Do not underestimate what God can do with one simple act of surrender. He doesn't need your full plan, he just needs your full yes. The kind of yes that doesn't ask for details. The kind of yes that says, even if I don't know what's next, I know who is calling me. That's the kind of yes that moves mountains. That's the kind of yes that pulls heaven to earth. You may be surrounded by uncertainty, but you are also surrounded by grace. God has not left you to figure it out alone. He is with you. His Spirit is speaking to you right now, confirming what your heart already knows. The longer you wait, the heavier it becomes. The more you think about it, the harder it feels. But the moment you move in obedience, the weight will lift. Because God never meant for you to carry the burden of delay. He meant for you to walk in the freedom of faith. Why is the government desperate to hide this 9-word prayer? A shocking FBI leak has just revealed a simple 9-word prayer, now letting everyday people erase debt and attract unstoppable wealth. Verified by leading scientists and supported by Harvard research, this at-home ritual is turning financial stress into a life of luxury. Dream homes, new cars, luxurious vacations, it's all within reach. But the government could take down this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. This is your window. This is your hour. You will not always feel this clarity. You will not always sense this urgency. That in itself is confirmation that the time is now. Don't look back in regret. Don't wonder what could have been. Say yes while the door is still open. Say yes while heaven is still stirring. Because once this moment passes, it will not come back the same way. God will move on to accomplish his purpose. And if you are not ready, he will find someone who is. But you are ready. You are more ready than you think. Not because you feel strong, but because he has been preparing you all along. Every delay, every lesson, every closed door, it was building something inside of you, something strong, something unshakable. And now it's time to use it. Now it's time to rise and walk fully into the incredible destiny that has your name written all over it.